You say good morning first. Good morning. Monday. Monday. So, did you have a good weekend? Mine wasn't bad. I had the grandkids. It's always a lot of. It's an adventure. Uh, so, empathy. Empathy. Yes. If you're here, whether you're watching live or the rewatch, please say hello and stuff. Man, I don't know what it is. I got a lot on my mind, but it's coming out. All right. So the best place to start with is we'll probably go over what is the difference between empathy and sympathy. Empathy is utilizing what you know to understand a problem that somebody is going through. Sympathy is feeling sorry for somebody that they're going through something. That is the difference. Is it okay to feel sorry for someone? Sure. But you don't want to sit there. And you certainly don't want to utilize it to work with other people. Right? Because utilizing sympathy means that we're probably going to sit here and tell war stories. If that does that make sense? How yes, I get that. We're going to get into that. Empathy is going to be more of, hey, I understand where you're coming from. I get that. I've had experiences like that. And what I have found is when I do this, I get out of them. And that becomes the big difference. Knowing how and when to give is utilized through our empathy, through being open minded, tolerance, love. This is our code, correct? Yeah. So there's a saying, and the saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And I had a sponsor, my first sponsor, Ray Hayworth. And he used to say, you can lead a horse to water, and you can't make him drink, but you can sure shove his head in there and make him wish the fuck he did. Right? Dion, that's so rude. It does sound kind of rude, okay? But here's the thing. Sometimes that's what it takes. Shove their head into that pool of hope. All right. Even if they're not willing, I am going to do everything I can to ruin that person's drinking career. I am. That is what's on my mind. Right? Not because I want to make their life worse, but because I know that there's an answer. And I know that they are capable of doing it because I'm sitting here. Right? And there's people that went down further than I did. And they're here. You don't need to go that far down. Right? The point in that saying is making sure that when somebody is ready that they know what to do. That is the whole point of that. When anyone anywhere reaches out for help, they may not say it, but if they show up to a room in AA, we're usually asking for help. We don't know it, but we usually are. Right? Well, I was sent here by the courts. Stick around a little bit. Join our cult. So let's do some reading from Daily Reflection, shall we? The worth of sobriety. Every AA group ought to be fully self-supporting, declining outside contributions. So when I came into AA in 1989, we put $1 in the basket. It is now 2021, and we put $1 in the basket. Try putting 5 in, right? It does go up. But that's not the point. The thing is, it hasn't changed, and we're still here. We are still here, a dollar at a time. When I go shopping, I look at the prices and see, and if I need what I see, I buy it and pay. Now that I am supposed to be in rehabilitation, I have to straighten out my life. When I go to a meeting, I take coffee with sugar and milk, sometimes more than one. But at collection time, I'm either too busy to take out my money out of my purse or I do not have enough. But I am there because I need this meeting. I heard someone suggest dropping the price of a beer into the basket, and I thought that's too much. I almost never give $1. Like many others, I rely on the more generous members to finance the fellowship. I forget that it takes money to rent meeting rooms, buy my milk, sugar, and cups. I will pay without hesitation 90 cents for a cup of coffee at a restaurant after a meeting. I always have money for that. So, how much is my sobriety and inner peace worth? Just throw $1 in a damn basket, man. So, there are other ways to support your group too. If you don't have the money, some people don't have the money, and they might want to, they want to go out for that fellowship afterwards. Nothing wrong with that, I don't think. Okay? You don't need to feel guilty about that. No. Okay? But there will come a day when maybe you have a little bit extra money and now it's your turn. Okay? So do the right thing, man. I get it. I understand that. I think it's cool. Let's find out what a day at a time has to say today. Now that I avail myself to the letters of how suggested by my friends in the program, honesty, open-mindedness, willingness, I see things differently in ways that I couldn't have predicted and surely never expected. I've come to see things quite differently from the person I was before the program. I feel good most days. I seldom feel bad and never for long. Certainly never as bad as I used to feel all the time. Is my worst day now infinitely better than my best day previously? I don't know. There were times in my drinking that I had a lot of fucking fun. And I've had some pretty bad days in sobriety. I'm not going to compare those two. At one point I was drinking, at one point I wasn't. I mean, there's not much more I can do with that. But I'm going to have to say no. Because there were some really cool things that happened to me while I was drinking. And I can take those for what they were and not include the alcohol in that. See, I'm of the understanding that I can be in those situations again and not have to drink. That is my choice, and I'm happy with that choice. May I remember today to say thank you to my higher power. You get a green light going through, man. Thank you, dude. To my friends in the group and to the whole vast fellowship of recovering persons to make me know that things do get better. I give thanks, too, for those verbal boosters, the tags and slogans which have so often burst into my brain at exactly the moment when they were needed. Redefining my purpose, restoring my patience, reminding me of God. Today I'll remember how it was. Certainly. Not all, those last days were not good. See, when I think back to that time, like earlier, I was thinking about being in work release, and I didn't drink while I was in work release. And God, what a horrible, horrible fucking 3 months, man. Horrible. I remember when I got out, they let me out, and I went about 20 feet, threw up, as because it was finally fucking over, man. And I'm not going back to that place. I'm not. I love you guys. Peace out. And